Welcome to my F1 channel. Welcome to Peter on Pole. My name is Peter in pole position once again to talk about the Spanish Grand Prix. So where do I start? Yeah, it was one of those races, I must admit. It was one of those races. Lewis Hamilton winning the race once again, started on pole, led every lap and won the race. It was pure dominance from Lewis Hamilton. Yeah, it was a hard race to watch, I have to admit. Let's see what we can talk about in the Grand Prix review. P20 all really didn't finish. Charles Leclerc in the Ferrari. Oh man, the engine just cut out. What's that about? Did the car just stopped working? It just, he spun and then that was it. The engine just lost power. Weird. Ferrari? Ferrari. Oh, you guys, you know how to tick me off. Romain Grosjean P19, he had an awful race. This guy, I don't know what he wants to commit suicide. What's he doing on the track? Nearly causing accidents. Oh, honestly, but I'll tell you what, you gave us a bit of spice, Romain, so I'll give you that. P18, P17, the Williams, Latifi, Russell. Guys, I have nothing to say for you guys this weekend. I have nothing at all. P16, Giovinazzi. Hey, big up Giovinazzi. Do you know every single race he's actually overtaken somebody at the start of the race? Big up to Giovinazzi, P16. P15, Kevin Magnussen. Again, quite simple, quite a quiet race. Crack on. P14, Kimi Raikkonen. Tell you what, it's been a good weekend for the Alfa Romeos this weekend. Kimi Raikkonen starts in 14th, finishes in 14th, and had a good race as well. This race, I'm just glad he finished the race with the situation with Romain Grosjean. I mean, what, Roman. P13, Esteban Ocon. Not a good weekend for him, nor for Renault, nor for Daniel Ricciardo, who finished in P11. Renault. Your car just sucks. P12, Danica Kvyat. The Alpha Tauris are looking pretty decent this weekend. They've looked pretty decent all season. And Danica Kvyat, I must admit, you've been very consistent. So big up to yourselves, Danica Kvyat. As I said earlier, Daniel Ricciardo, P11. The Renaults were absolutely terrible, finishing behind Alpha Tauris. Really? Even Sebastian Vettel. P10, Lando Norris snuck in the points once again, getting more points from McLaren. Mr. Consistency in that car. Big up Lando Norris. Pierre Gasly, P9. Once again, another consistent performance from Pierre. Qualifies in P10, finishes the race in P9. He's had a good weekend. He's been Mr. Consistency. I'm so happy for you, Pierre. Big up yourself. P8, Alex Albon. P7, Sebastian Vettel. Sebastian Vettel, P7. My goodness. I tell you what though, man. Ferrari, you were ticking me right off this weekend. Honestly, Vettel, yeah, I don't even, they forgot about him in the race, clearly, because he was asking them. He said, look, guys, what are we doing strategy-wise? Are we coming in? Are we going? Like, how do they not even know these things? How does nobody seem to know what's going on per race weekend with Ferrari? I mean, Sebastian Vettel was just publicly just putting this team, throwing them under the bus. And why not? Because he's been absolutely treated like trash. Oh, I hate what I'm seeing at Ferrari. Ferrari, man, you are, I bet they hate that he finished 7th. In the end, you know, Vettel called the shots. He said, I'm going to stay out and just sit on these soft tires and get to the end of the race. And the guy held it down, man. He was up to 7th place. Honestly, like, he's calling the shots because clearly the team don't give a monkeys about him. They don't care for this guy. And this is getting me sick to my stomach at Ferrari. I read a tweet today, big up Ellie, put out that Ferrari spent $430 million. What is this? On what? On what did you spend it on? P6, Carlos Sainz, man. Bad boy Sainz, finishing in the top 6, looking after that McLaren all weekend. He's been superb. The guy is a good driver, man. It's a shame he's going to Ferrari next year. P5, Sergio Perez. He actually finished in P4, 5-second penalty because of the blue flags. Blue flags, you lot were having a laugh as well. Tell you what, the Racing Points had a good weekend. For once, I actually got to see that on the race day, they've actually been a decent car. Big up themselves as well. P4, Lance Stroll, man. Top man. Well done. He's getting that car where it needs to be. I said be patient. I said take it easy. He seems to be listening to me, so big up himself. Big up Lance Stroll. It's not often I'm going to be able to say that, I don't think. But he's done all right. He's done well. The Racing Points, you've had a good, steady race weekend. You look like a very good, steady car. And even with everything going on regarding their situation with the brake duct and all that nonsense, they're still plugging away. They're still getting it done. And welcome back to Sergio Perez. P3, Valtteri Bottas. Dude, you're ticking me off. You're ticking me off. Do you know why? Because what on earth was that at the start of the race? I mean, honestly, I swear to you, every time a race starts now, I've always got my eyes on Bottas for some reason. And I was watching this car just literally going backwards. It wasn't going forward, it was going backwards. I was like, what the heck's going on with Bottas? Man's getting passed by the frigging Racing Points. The guy was getting split. Oh, man, it was just Max Verstappen with ease just said, who's this guy, bruv? Move. I don't know, man. Bottas, man. I mean, the best thing I could say, you got the fastest lap. But you are concerning me. Why on earth are you, like, not that guy? Why? Why are you not good enough? Honestly, man, the title's over. Because of you, the title's finished. P2, Mad Max, big up Max Verstappen. Getting that car, splitting the Mercedes. That's what his job is for the rest of the season. Just split. Let's just see some splits. Honestly, and he was getting feisty on the radio, and big up to Max Verstappen. This guy's 22 years old, but my God, he sounds like he's 42. The man is so friggin' mature. He's telling his engineers, bruv, stop talking to me about the Mercedes. Let's just focus on our race. Let's do our job, and we can go home with a few points and get on the podium and crack on with it. Because honestly, the engineers were starting to tick me off as well. And I like Red Bull because their strategies are phenomenal. Watch out for the feature I'm going to be doing on Red Bull because they are a phenomenal team. Even their pit stops were just, I sat there in amazement. Probably the best thing about the race this weekend was Red Bull's pit stops. But anyway, Max Verstappen, phenomenal drive. The guy just knew he knew his lane. He knew where to be and just said, you know what, I'm going to be running this race. I'm not going to be frigging chasing the Mercedes. What are you, mad? When the time is there, the time is there. But when it's not the time, listen, let me just crack on and focus, right? But yeah, so Max Verstappen, big up yourselves, man. Finishing in P2 on the podium, splitting the Mercedes. That's a good weekend for Red Bull, in my opinion. And big up Lewis Hamilton, man. Record breaker yet again. 156 podiums, man. He's surpassing the Mandem. He's beaten them all. Schumacher for dust. All of the greats. He's put them all away, put them onto the side. It was an easy race for that man. I mean, even when he finished the race, it was like, whew, yeah, guys, well done. I was in another zone. Like, you know, usually when you've won the race and it's been tense and whatever, you hear the cheering, you can hear the emotions, you feel it. They're like, yeah, get in, you know, shouting, swearing, everything, right? But this was weird. Like, he went on the radio and it was just like, wow, I was just in a different planet. And that is so true. He was record breaker. Look, I'm not going to hate on the guy, man. Yes, the race was probably boring. But man, when you see excellence and when you see greatness, you just got to big it up. You just got to give it up to him, man, and just hope that the other teams can pull their fingers out and actually get something done. Ferrari spending $430 million. Come on, for what? The richest car on the grid, the most, you know, the one that's got the most money, and they give us this. Oh my goodness! But anyway, that was the Spanish Grand Prix. Very quick, short, and snappy. I'm trying my best to make them quick and sweet and yeah. So there you have it. Hamilton, the race winner. Max Verstappen second. Bottas in third place. And one retiree, which was Charles Leclerc. That is the Spanish Grand Prix. We got a break. We got a little break until the Belgian Grand Prix in 2 weeks' time. But watch out. This channel will be forever pumping out videos. I hope to do them daily. Whatever news story comes out, whatever there is to talk about, I'm going to be pushing that in your face. So make sure you share, like, and subscribe. This is Peter on pole. My name is Peter. With that said, lights out.